If you think staying at the office till 9, 10, 11 p.m. is a sign of commitment, I've got some bad news for you. You're not being a hero, you're becoming a liability. This is Damion, and this is day 48 of leading at 47. Leadership life and everything in between. We're getting in some extra reps. We're going to 50. That's that athlete's mindset. um, Let me talk about what I mean just to give a little bit more context. Don't get me wrong. There's times we have to stretch. There's times we have to be up, work late, do that. It cannot be the norm. It can't be. Um, where this topic comes from is uh, this recently I had a chance to have a conversation with a gentleman. His name is Dr. Julius Thomas. Julius Thomas is a previous college athlete, basketball player who turned football player in college, ended up being a pretty high draft pick in the NFL and retired from the NFL and is now a psychiatrist. Um, we got to have a conversation of this notion of how high performance needs to be reimagined. I will not do like any justice to the way that he frames it because it's absolutely phenomenal. But really, what you're talking about is, you're working for decades upon, let's say 2, 3 decades. You're working bell to bell. You're not able to take care of your emotional, physical, mental health, like all of these things. And not to be eerie, but at the end of the day, after that 25 years, he's seen people on their deathbed or getting amputations or um, just trying to reconfigure what their life is going to look like moving forward because of the health issues that weren't taken care of um, because they prioritized their career. That's what I mean that you're a liability. And, I just started thinking more about the conversation. And there's three things that just keep playing in my mind about like what was once deemed a badge of honor is no longer seen as a badge of honor in most places. And like from a leadership perspective, getting 4 hours of sleep and for the coffee drinkers, you're drinking all these coffees or you're drinking energy drinks, Red Bulls, whatever, that's wearing on your heart. That's wearing on your clarity. And as you think about, leadership, we want to be proactive versus reactive. And when you're living in that circle or that cycle, it's really, really hard to. And so it's like the first thing that comes to my head is like, what are what are the diminishing returns of the grind? Like, there's legit diminishing returns of what we call the grind. And, you know, a leader's primary output is judgment. And how do you make good judgment calls if you don't have a sharp mind? So it's like, where does it end? It's just, again, it's diminishing returns. And then taking the permission to pause, literally just pause. And if your team, like if you never rest, when does your team rest? And how does that burn them out? What kind of culture are you creating? So you need to give permission to pause. You have to model those actions. And the last one that I thought of is like, hey, when we walk out the house or when we're leaving work and we're going home, one of the things we do is we make sure our phone is charged or we're charging it in the car. And when's the last time you recharged your biological battery versus your phone battery or your laptop battery or your tablet battery or any device that you have at work? And we're better at charging our phones than we're charging ourselves. literally recharging ourselves. When's the last time you said, "Oh, I'm on 4%. I need to plug in"? We got to do better. I know how to sleep. Sleep. Yeah, once my bed hits that head, excuse me, once my head hits that bed, I'm going to sleep. So, um, I say all that to say is go charge your battery. Go charge your biological battery. I talk a lot about this on the weekends, and I just try to frame it up different ways just to say it's okay. Go recharge. Do what you do. What do you do other than sleep to recharge your battery? Thank you all for joining in. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.